someone asked, is the DEI certificate from Cornell or Yale required in addition to needed skills or experience? And I think some of us on this call will have various opinions. I know for sure one of us has gone through those programs. In my opinion, it really depends on what your education looks like coming into this. If I just said generally speaking, I would probably say, is it required? Not so much. But I'll let Gary speak to this a little bit about his experience having gone through one of these courses.
So I did the Cornell Diversity and Inclusion Certification for HR course. And I'll be honest, I did it out of a need that I felt internally to continue to show how I'm continuing my education, how I'm putting in extra work. You know, we often hear, again, as part of my whiteness and being in this space, and like I need to sort of justify to some degree or to have some level of like, okay, I'm doing extra stuff because other people are having to do extra stuff just by living and breathing. So what extra am I putting in? I had no HR background, so that certification program was good for me to get a broad overview of the different pieces of HR, the different functions, roles, how they interact. The actual D&I education in that course it is quite beginner. A lot of the information and slides are from 2011, 2014, and like we all know that the world has changed dramatically since then. Or maybe it hasn't changed, but the way that we are able to see what the world has changed dramatically since then. And so I would say like it was a good thing for me to put onto my LinkedIn that I went through this and I have it. I think I do worry that as these certifications continue to come up, that we are creating the same barriers that we already have. In a lot of roles, hey, you have to have your MBA. Well, why? Is an MBA really required for this? And we know what happens, like when MBAs are required, like there's certain amount of access and opportunity and money that has to come with getting that. So like the requirement piece, I hope we don't trend towards that direction. My fear is that we are starting to see that, and it's not cheap, right? Like I was fortunate that the team that I'm on paid for it. So like there was a fortune and a privilege that I had there. And so if you are someone who needs an HR awareness, if you're someone who is at a beginning stages of how D&I intersects with those functions, I think it's a good course. If not, then I'm not clear that it is.